Squirt, I need you to listen to me, dude. I need you to listen to me. Please, get back in your home. You cannot survive out here. I need you to get back in here. Squirt, you need to stop being an a-hole. Come on, come on. Get in your little spot. If you hit one of my dogs, it's over for you, brother. How did he do that? Come on down in here. Yeah, come on down in here. Squirt, you gotta chill out, dude. You gotta chill out. There's absolutely no reason for you to be doing what you're doing right now. Are there more than one flying around right now? This guy is insane. Ow. Oh my god. I didn't realize Squirt was like that, bro. Dude is sending them things to... He's got a boomerang, bro. Squirt's boomeranging over here. Oh, let's see what the creaking are up to back here, actually. I forgot I had some. I don't see any right now. That's okay. There's got to be a better way to do this. I want to trap him back in his little spot. Come on, brother. I need you to cooperate, bro. Dude, if you hit my dog... Oh my goodness, this is absolutely ridiculous. I have no clue what's going on. I just wanted to show y'all like what he looked like. I wanted to walk by him, show y'all what he looked like. And he broke out. Jerk. Okay, I just gotta hit him in here. One more hit. Oh yeah. You're screwed. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, welcome to today's episode, everybody. Thank you for sticking around for that, because that was the most absurd thing that I had ever had happen in this world almost. I was just trying to start the episode, and I wanted to show you guys what Squirt looked like. And all of a sudden, he came out, and he was swinging, dude. He was ready to go. But anyways, now that I can have some time to breathe and just chillax a little bit, I gotta go... Dude, I gotta go mend my armor after that. But it was kind of fun. I mean, it was like a little dance. I'm just trying to figure out... He was, like, stuck right here. How to get out. He, like, just jumped right on up. But anyways, welcome back to the episode, y'all. Thank you for tuning in today. I really didn't have a formal plan for what I wanted to do. I guess that's a good start. Also, I don't think I showed y'all this, but there was a graveyard that I built back behind my barn a little while ago. And I actually have a couple of little tombs here. Baxter was actually a really fun mob. He was a little baby zombie, actually. And he was a really fun little guy. We found him, me and my cousin, when we started this world together. And we named him, had him running around, and I think he died because he was just out in the sun. And as you can see, he only lived for one day. Honestly, Squirt over there was pretty close to getting a tombstone for himself, I'm not going to lie. Today's episode is kind of a weird one. You guys saw me get halfway done with this area over here. I decided to extend the road, actually, and I actually made a pretty good looking road, I think. I want this diagonal road here to go all the way across, up. Ignore these little orange lines here because that was a pre-planned road that is not going to work out. But I want it to kind of diagonal itself. It'll probably follow that line and then just kind of keep on going. But yeah, this is kind of the update that I did. I'm not doing part 2 today because when you spend so much time building something, it kind of gets really boring when either the purpose isn't there or you just don't want to finish it. And also, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody that's been tuning in to these last couple of episodes. It's actually really cool to see. The last video that I posted, which was my first part of my skyscraper video, ended up getting 270 something views last I checked, and that's just about over a day and a half of progress. And then I also have my other video that I posted about a week ago, which is at that same amount of views. So I just wanted to say thank you guys very much for all of the help on that and just kind of locking in and getting some views going. And also your comments helped too, even though some of them were questioning some of my methods. It's totally chill. I'm never taking that kind of stuff personally, so I really appreciate everyone tuning in. But anyways, as you can see, when I was in my off time a little bit, I did change things up a little bit in our research facility. It's kind of what this place is anyways. It's a research facility for the purposes of essentially adding lore to the world. And I just want a cool place to study things, and I want to have an excuse to just take a moment to really appreciate some of the collections and some of the mobs, as well as the achievements that I've collected over the world in the last couple of years. This first level here, it actually does wrap around to the other side of the dome, the center dome in the entrance, which I think is pretty slick looking. I also changed the edges. I wanted this to just be a dark gray concrete, essentially, with the white walls. It looks better than the tuff, I'll be honest, and I think this is a better look to go around unanimously. And when we get into certain rooms, I kind of want to change the concrete color to just a different color. It doesn't have to be a gray all around, but I want to change it a little bit and just make the rooms kind of unique. And on this first floor, maybe I'll make them the same thing. But another thing that I decided to make, this little storage unit this has absolutely zero purpose other than being a cool little storage area. I also have a book in here. This is an actual book, and in it is the B quote, at the beginning of the B quote movie. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it would be funny to, in kind of a unique part of the world, put a little quote from the B movie in it, because, you know, why not, right? Like, that's just, there's no reason not to, so, like, of course I'm going to do that. But yeah, in today's episode, there's really nothing too crazy that I wanted to accomplish. I'm not setting out a lofty goal to build another skyscraper, that is for sure. Because this is kind of like a cleanup episode where I just have a couple of things planned all over the place, I first want to finish a couple of the lab rooms. That's kind of my priority number one. The reason being is there's a lot of different little concepts that I have. I have a ventilation room idea. I have an electrical room idea. I just think it would be cool to start creating a little bit of something. And I'm not really sure how I want the style to look, but I like this little style here of making these entrances a little bit shorter when I'm using iron doors. And I don't really want to go through and use too many of these. It's just for more important rooms, especially ones that might be in a lower level. If I ever build lower in this facility, not to turn this into like a tour on the first half of the episode, but I figured you've been seeing me build around a lot. I might as well just run around and show you guys some of the features of my world. If you're wondering where I get all of my levels from, it would be the giant contraption behind me, actually. This is one of the coolest builds in my world for sure. I actually have 3 total nether farms that I use on the roof of the nether. This first one here, I think it's Ilmango. I'm not too entirely sure, but it's a design that I've used for quite some time. The contraption that I built to gold farm, because I think gold's kind of a cool resource to get, but also it doubles down as an AFK XP farm. And I have 58 levels. In my last video, I didn't have quite that many levels, and the reason is because I can sit in this thing for like an hour, and that gets me up to like level 100. Not even kidding. It's actually kind of absurd. The amount of effort that went into it was a lot, but it is totally worth it. You're going to put in about 15 to 20 hours of real lifetime collecting all the resources and building it, but like I said, it is totally worth all of that effort. I also have a farm which I don't think I'll ever need to run again, and it's my frog light farm. So many frog lights. The way that this farm works is essentially, you go all the way up to this little glass platform here, and this is another AFK farm. You basically just watch as the slimes, or the magma cubes rather, try their best to attack the iron golem that's sitting in the middle. They fall down this little hole, and they get stuck in a layer of snow. From there are a bunch of little frogs that will actually eat the magma cubes. I don't know why this functions in the game, but frogs like eating slimes, and they like eating the magma cubes. They'll end up just chewing them up, and then they turn all of that into what's called a frog light. Alright, I'm actually going to get to work in this episode, but Mr. Squirt, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for all the exercise and the fun earlier on. That was quite entertaining. Have you guys even seen my bee farm? I might have ADHD, by the way. Sokka's just free now. He actually jumped off the chest one of these days. As long as I don't open up a door, he's chill to just run around. So he's just kind of doing his thing. Alright, I think it's time to get to work here.
Okay, so, right, this is actually looking great. I'm very happy with how this turned out over here. I will start off by showing y'all the ventilation room, which is the first room that I ended up building. I didn't record much of the building process, but I don't think that really matters. You guys are really here for just the good stuff, which is me showing it. I did some of the vents going up around here, and I don't really know how I feel about these little copper, I guess, edges or outlines. I'm not really sure what other block to use. I just wanted to go with something that looked like it was kind of computery or but you see I actually went with a couple monitor designs. I was trying my best to do some of the map arts, and I actually did get pretty successful with a couple of the other map arts earlier, but as you can see, I just think for a simple computer setup, for the computers themselves, it looks best to have these banners sitting like so. I just think that ends up looking a little bit better. And then another little event thing here, and then just connecting it to here. And this, I don't know what this does or anything, but I just wanted a little bit of like a power system. Kind of like cleans out the vents a little bit, and is just a way for the vents to kind of condense some of the heat and bring it back out. And then these little pipes are little pressurizers. They help kind of sift some of that air through. And honestly, I kind of like the look of leaving some of these lights not fully finished. You see the stone on top of them. I just kind of like the look of not finishing them because I'm lazy, but also it just kind of makes the room look a little bit more developed and like worn out, which is pretty slick. So I think that'll look pretty slick. Obviously, I ended up doing a little bit of cleanup in here. It looks a little bit easier to walk through. It's not as stony and weird, but I have a room back there that I can fix later. I'll worry about that another time. But this is, again, the lava reactor room. I have everything looking good here. And then I already showed you all this in the beginning of the episode. But, of course, we have our little storage area here. And a couple mobs were spawning in here. It was mainly just Endermen. I think they just walked in, though, when it was raining. So I'll have to just make sure they don't grief everything. But and then in here, this is the electrical room. This is kind of like a computer room area. And I've decided that this is probably going to be like the best chair to make in the game. I just like the way that it looks, honestly. It's just kind of slick and it makes a lot of sense for a chair. There's enough space for you to kind of sit in and look like it's a chair. You just got to make sure that you're one block up for your desks and whatnot, which is totally fine. You'll be able to make that work. But all in all, I think this is a pretty good little station here. I don't know what any of this detailing means, but a little bit of wiring to kind of go up and make it look like it's transferring. And then I like to use this little glazed terracotta block. I don't even know what it's called. Light gray glazed terracotta. I like using this block as just like looks like a grid, looks like a computer grid. So I'm just gonna use that for all my electrical stuff essentially. One of the things that I really liked making are these little diagrams. I actually did some map arts. I'm gonna be 100% honest, just right out of the gate, totally copied this from a Dallas Med video. I just love these little like loading bar and this little thing right here. Changed a couple things though, and I like the wording. I like it when it's like too high for most of it, and this one's 4 high, like 4 high for the titles, 2 high for like important words. Yeah, it's just kind of like cool detailing. Honestly, it looks pretty cool. I think it's supposed to represent the little lava reactor thing that I have, and I'm hoping it kind of looks like there's a little bit of a writing with some lines pointing of like, hey, this is what I have here, or this is like what this component is of it. I think it looks pretty slick. And then of course we have some little things here. I also made this one. I don't know what this is, but it's just a little like loading thing, I guess. I kind of want to maybe do some more details on this one later. I just got lazy, and I also actually ran out of snow blocks, so I would have kept going if I had snow blocks, but because I ran out, I was like, it's probably not worth it. And then of course we have this little sun. Whoopsies. Oh yeah, I totally forgot I can just, oh yeah, that looks kind of cool actually. I like it upside down, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I forgot I can kind of put these things upside down and make them look different. I have this diagram again, same thing, and then got this little geometry shape here, looks like a satellite, some dots and lines and stuff, so looks kind of cool, but doesn't need to be too serious. I just wanted it to look like it was a legit electrical room. Plan is to put a villager in every single one of these rooms eventually, once I have the city a little bit more developed, but villager trading hall is just down the way, so I just gotta get a couple villagers, move them over here, and then probably somewhere within the lab or research facility, maybe downstairs or in a courtyard somewhere. I want to create a villager breeder just so that I have plenty of villagers in this area on this side of the map, so I don't have to keep using a boat to get them over. But I'm getting kind of tired, so I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be sure to touch up a little bit more on the city in the later episodes. An inspiring area, but nice to take a little break every now and then and work on something a little bit different. But anyways, I'll catch y'all later and see you in the next one. Peace.